All right, guys, so we both run a website and marketing agency. We are finally able to come out here and start living our dream lives in Thailand. We flew out here after we started hitting 20K months. That was one of our goals for a while. And now we're out here, we're living the quote unquote dream life. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's amazing. Just gonna come on here and kind of talk about some things that business owners, agency owners, don't talk about in the business, and what you can expect if you do start this business, the ups and the downs of it as well. So just kind of breaking it down for y'all guys so y'all get a better understanding. But yeah, I mean, it is a perfect business model if you're wanting that time and location freedom. That was one of our big things, to have time and location freedom, to be able to travel the world, not be working all day, every day, not grinding for yourself every single day. But yeah, now we're out here. What would you say is the biggest upside to having your own agency?
Well, you get a lot of freedom. It's all up to you, though. All the power is in your hands. You get to choose who you want to work with. You get to choose how much you want to charge your clients. You get to choose how much you want to work. Obviously, in the beginning, you have to put in a lot of manual grunt work, a lot of cold outreach, a lot of low leverage activities. But one of the big positives is, like I said, it's your marketing agency. You can choose who you want to work with. You can choose your pricing. And like I said, you don't have to be at any location. You just keep up with the market trends, keep up with your clients from anywhere in the world. I mean, you can go to Thailand, you can go to Bali, Dubai, Miami, wherever you want to go. You're not tied down to one single location. And you don't have to go to college to learn how to do this shit. So, I mean, you can pretty much learn it for free on YouTube. That's how we got started. You can find a mentor that did it and also speed up the process as well. But I mean, there's a lot of upsides. Obviously, starting your own company, you're competing with a bunch of people who are already doing it as well. So it's not going to be easy. But once you get to that first initial breakthrough moment where you're finally making your first few thousands of dollars online, the upside is pretty badass. I mean, we're chilling here on a random day on the beach, just making this video. Have a G office over here on this island, nice villa. I mean, you can't do this at a 9 to 5. You can't do this if you're stuck in a university.
Oh my gosh, I don't want this camera to fly down. Yeah, I would definitely say one of the biggest ups is just creating your schedule. That's a big thing that not a lot of people take into consideration when they start a business. Let's say, you could do a business and it's going to make 50K a month, but, you're always sitting down, busting your ass every single day, all day. Is that 50K really worth it? It's not worth it to me. I'd rather make 5K a month, being able to only work an hour a day on my stuff and being able to, have my time and location freedom and be able to make my schedule, because like my biggest thing, I want to wake up in the morning, take time to myself, not have to look at my screens, not have to look at the phone. I can stretch, I can meditate, I can think, I can pray, go for a run, go for the gym if I wanted to, go for a swim, whatever I want to do, and just be able to get up and go eat. Like when you're working 9 to 5, especially when we were working 9 to 5s, I mean, you can't just whenever you want, just get up and go get something to eat or take a break. You have to stay there and bust your ass and work. And at the end of the day, you're not building shit for yourself. What are you building for yourself? Money? What is money at the end of the day? It's just a piece of paper. So it's just energy at the end of the day. So yeah, there's definitely upsides to it. Definitely good things about it, but there's also bad things about it. When you're first building it, just like any business model out there, it's not all good. I would say some of the bad things, is going to be dealing with clients. I like it, but sometimes you're not going to like it. You're going to deal with assholes. You're going to deal with people who think they're entitled to things just because they're your client, or the cheap guys. You work with the cheap guys, you try to help them out, and they want all this stuff in return. Things like that. I mean, it's not really like terrible, but it does get annoying. But in the beginning, you got to deal with it. You got to eat the shit. It's just how it is. If you want to build something big, you got to eat the shit in the beginning. You got to learn, and then eventually, once you get to kind of where we're at, you can start hiring your own team out. Getting somebody to respond to your clients for you, manage your ads for you, things like that.
Yeah, it's just getting started.
Yeah, I would definitely say just most people don't. Most of you guys out here, or the ones watching, y'all need to understand that shit like this takes sacrifice. It's not just an easy thing, a fun thing to do in the beginning, or even when you're building at the same time. It's massive sacrifices, more than a lot of y'all can even comprehend. That's why most people don't make it in the business world, in the entrepreneur or digital space, because there's massive sacrifice. Of course, online you see all the upsides of it, and that comes after the sacrifice. But I personally sacrificed a shit ton of my life, family, friends, doing fun things, average fun. I've never been to a party in my life. I missed out on a lot of, things that I didn't get to do, but at the same time, I'm going to get to do what 90% of the world isn't going to get to do. So you're going to have to give it up in the beginning to get the better return in the end of it. And yeah, this is one of the parts of returns right here, just being able to kind of come out here and do whenever we want, but it's also still takes a lot of work. Like today, we still put in, 12 hours before we came out here. Last week, we were putting in damn near 18-hour days every single day, so if you want to get complacent, you can make, however much you want to make, you can stick with it, but the more you sacrifice, the more you're going to gain.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pitch on that. Yeah, a lot of people think it takes, it's all about just, hard work. It is to a certain extent, you put in that hard work, but you got to be smarter with it too. You got to invest back into yourself. There's been so many people that, when we growth operated one of our buddies' info space, I was selling for it, and a lot of people came to me and, oh, this is too much investment. Oh, this is too much of that. Oh, just so many fucking excuses out there. When I first had our mentor that I'm invested in multiple mentors, but for the agency space at least, the mentor I invested in, reached out to him because I knew he was ripping in the space. I knew I needed to learn from him to get to the next level. I knew that just our work alone wasn't going to get us to that next point in that next level after you just hit a certain barrier. Reached out to him, and we didn't have the money and the time to invest. It was 4.5K, didn't have it, but guess what? I was going to make it done. It didn't matter if I had to sell my car to get it done. It didn't matter if I had to literally give up everything. I would have got it done to get me to that next level. A lot of y'all need to understand that it does take investments as well. You need to invest back into yourself. You got to learn more ways. There's never going to be enough information never enough information for you to learn. It's just always ever lasting information that you need to get to help you get to the next level and things like that. But hey, it will pay off. It's just like we still invest to this day on different things. Met a guy out here, actually networking out here, a guy who does the same thing we do. He runs a website agency. He has his own course, and yeah, he's doing pretty freaking good. And there's things that he's doing that we don't know. And I was like, well, man, how much would you charge us to learn from you? Like, it's just simple as that. So a lot of y'all guys will come and say, oh, you're just a course seller. Oh, you whatever. Oh, it's just y'all don't believe in it because you're closed-minded. You have to open up your mind. You have to degrade yourself almost in a way to be able to learn. You gotta recognize that you're nobody, you're a little fish, and you need to learn. It doesn't matter how egotistic you think you are, you gotta just stay down and learn with. So yeah, it's pretty surreal. Finally happening. Used to manifest about coming here when we were living back in the apartments, in just a tiny room, just grinding all day, every day, just really not doing anything because we had no money, just grinding on the online business. And finally we're able to make it out here because it did cost a good bit of money to just come out here in general. But now that we're here, it's pretty cheap to live. So as long as you stay in your means and shit like that. So but yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a beautiful ass place, sunny all the time, good vibes, good energy, a lot of things to do.
Well, it's fucking BJ coming in.
Hell yeah. Now, as y'all can see, this place is freaking crazy.
Crazy blue water beach. We have a pretty nice place as well. Nothing crazy. It's our first crib here. Definitely gonna have to upgrade once we got 30 days here at our first apartment.
Yeah, it's hard to find good shit.
Yeah, it's hard to find good shit last minute. So right now we're planning for our next move to get into a nicer villa. But for now, yeah, we're just holding it down, just pounding out work. Schedule is completely flipped because our clients work in the United States, so it's a 12-hour difference. But
all right, guys, so I didn't get to end off that YouTube video. We ended up going to do some stuff on the beach later that day and then going out to a place to eat, and then the Osmo died, so we didn't get to record it. But yeah, that's basically kind of what we do, kind of the agency model as well. So if that's something that you're wanting to learn, wanting to start doing, me and Diego are actually launching our program. I'm gonna link it down below for y'all guys. It might not be launched by the time this video gets uploaded, but it will be very soon. So just click on my bio, it'll take you to my Instagram. And then once it is dropped, I'll have it in my Instagram bio. But yeah, it's pretty much gonna be a breakdown, the whole A to Z on starting your website agency and then starting your marketing agency, learning how to run ads on Facebook and Instagram, doing things like Google SEO as well. and just how to build websites with AI and different things like that. And it's an easy, friendly beginner model to use. That's where we started making our first 10K a month on the website agency alone. And then once we implemented the marketing agency, we did another 10K off that. And then we're just growing from there. So as you can see, me and D are here in the office. We have a massive office to ourselves. Nobody here but us. Nobody's true grinders like us. So yeah, boys, go ahead and tap in. Keep following along for the journey. We're gonna keep doing cool shit like this down here in Thailand. After Thailand, we'll be going to Bali as well. So y'all stay tuned in for that, boys. Yeah, catch you on the next one.